I've been on the road, I don't care where I go, long as I get paid. That little vibe, she been on my mind. Soon as I get back, she can shred. Do this all the time, this ain't no surprise. Every other night, another movie get made.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you that are new here, my name is Megan, and y'all, it's been a pretty minute since I have even shown my face on camera. The last vlog y'all saw was recorded way back in February. It took me just that amount of time to get it uploaded. So yeah, so I was like, you know what, today we are picking up the vlog camera. So here we are. If you are new here, definitely subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to give this video a like, and I'm just gonna have to catch y'all up on life because y'all, life has been lifing. It has been, yeah, a minute since we had like a little chit chat talk and just talk about things. So this is mainly what this vlog is going to be about. You're gonna be following me along for the weekend. So today is Saturday, and so we have my godchild's dance recital, and we're gonna go eat with family and friends, and yeah, we're gonna be doing that for today. The dance recital is out of town, so I'm kind of like always rushing, pressed for time, but I did do what I set out to do. Today I posted my Instagram content, which I'm doing much better with that, and I dropped my order off to return some items from Shein. Y'all, I ordered a bunch of stuff. 3 things worked out of all of that, so I had to return everything and then like reorder the sizes. So hopefully I could be doing a Shein haul for y'all, or Shein haul for y'all real soon. Your girl is going back on vacation. Of course I will be vlogging it, but that is in about 3.5 weeks from now. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm trying to get myself together.
Are you on your way? Are you coming soon to me? No parking in LA, so I'ma send a Uber to your place. It's my secret safe, safe with just you and me. We can't leave a trace. This is my favorite mistake. Oh, look in my eyes. Can you find the lies? Do you feel alive? Look in my eyes. Do you mind the lies? Do you feel alive? Look in my eyes. We both know it's wrong, but you're still coming over even when you're gone. The feeling just.
Hey y'all, it is Sunday, and y'all, when I say Saturday, I was like beat, tired. I couldn't even end, that day properly. But it's a new day, and really I'm trying to, I'm not gonna say fake the funk, but I'm just not in a really good space at the moment. It's like we just have a lot to catch up on. So yeah, this morning I woke up just kind of like irritated. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. So I was like, you know what, I really need to dive into my devotional this morning because I hate waking up, especially on a Sunday, just ungrateful or just in a bad space, because I feel like Sunday is the start of the new week. It's supposed to be a little bit different. It's like my reset, and I feel like the way I go into the week makes a big difference, if that makes sense. So I definitely just dove into my devotional. When I say God be right on time, he be right on time. So I read my devotional basically about the vision that God has for your life, and it may not mirror the vision that you have for your life, but you have to pay attention to the signs. You have to pay attention to when he's talking to you, and you don't want to miss those signs. So it put a lot into perspective because I've been struggling with some things, and just put a lot of the things that I'm struggling with in perspective, faith-wise. So y'all, we have so much to just chat about. So just let me tell y'all what's on the agenda for today. So we do need to start cooking dinner. We're doing red beans and rice. If you're from the South, then you know good red beans and rice and some sausage. Chef's kiss. My youngest daughter loves red beans and rice, so I know she'll be happy. So that's what we're cooking. And I like to do mine in the slow cooker. So I will be getting that started. After that, I need to record a podcast episode. So I don't think I have like literally formally talked to y'all, but your girl started a podcast. So I started the podcast in March, and guys, I have definitely been seeing growth. I've been getting messages about how inspiring my podcast episodes have been, and so yeah, that has been really motivating for me. I had set out to do weekly. I did weekly for like the first part of March, and then April came. April was just April. I don't want to go back to April. April was like a rough month for me, and then May came. I have one episode, and so I need to do another one. And I've just been thinking, like, the only person putting these expectations on myself is me. So I had set out to do weekly episodes, but there are, you know, bi-weekly, and we're about to get out of school. The summer is about to be summering, okay? Because I said that I need to probably change my schedule to bi-weekly until I really like get into the hang of doing my podcast episodes. But you know, you just never know. I'm about to get out of school for the summer, so you just never know. But I do have a lot of things planned for the summer, so I'm just kind of looking at my schedule to see how will I juggle this all. So that's going to be exciting. And so yes, we have to do a podcast episode. I usually release them on Mondays, and so I record them either on Saturdays or on Sundays. But lately, y'all, your girl has been doing things in life. I have not just been staying home. So it's just been a little bit difficult to get my podcast episodes out every single Monday. The last time I posted one was in May, early May, and now we're like at the end of May. So I'm thinking I need to just go ahead and do bi-weekly so that way I can stay consistent with that. And then lastly, I need to go to Ulta to pick up some makeup products. Y'all, I think like I have not been really doing my makeup. I have been loving these lashes, and I'll link them in the description box down below. But y'all, I have been loving Falscara lashes. I don't think I'm ever going back to strip lashes because these are just so much more easier. They're natural looking. They just look like I got extensions without the extension price. So I have been using these Falscara lashes. They're not by Falscara. I'll have to link it's an Amazon brand. And so I have been using them, and I just like love them. But with that being said, I really have not been doing my makeup, like talking about like I'll slap these on with some eyeliner and call it a day. So I don't know if I told y'all, but I am going on vacation in a few weeks. Your girl is going another international trip. And I was trying to learn from the mistakes I made from the first international trip and how I packed. And so what I was like, okay, I need some like more travel size types of things as far as makeup. I don't want to bring all of that stuff. So I purchased like a little small eyeshadow palette. And then there's a few other things that I need to purchase from there, because I just have not been at Ulta in a very long time with any makeup products. So yeah, I am running out of my foundation. So I'm like, okay, I need to go to either Ulta or Sephora. One of my good friends, she uses Huda. I think I'm saying it right. Huda Beauty. And y'all, when I say that stick foundation is flawless, so I'm going to go try to get shade match with that. But yeah, that's all we have on the agenda on this Sunday podcast episode. Off top, the very first thing that we need to do, because I need to get that out and I don't like being late. But y'all, my skin is skinning. Like I did my whole skincare routine, and I'm like looking at the glow. I hope this is how it really looks when I go and edit the footage, because girl. And guys, look at the locks. Okay, so last time I updated y'all, I think I was 4 months in. Y'all, we are a whole whopping, let's see. We are a whole 9 months in my lock journey. And I must say that I am enjoying it. They are maturing. I guess I could, you know, do some type of formal sit down lock video very soon before I go and get my Marley twist for my vacation. But yeah, I can definitely put them in a Hi, bun. I am seeing the thickness of my locks. Like, I'm just loving them. Loving them. I just don't feel like I had an ugly stage. Like, you know how they'd be like, oh, you have an ugly stage? I don't feel like I had one. Like, I feel like I woke up like this. That is pretty much the rundown of the to-do list. I did kind of want to talk to y'all about some other things. So we'll probably do that a little later. Like, sit down, chat, get some wine later on tonight.
Still leave it alone, but you're still getting close. And we both know it's wrong. Can't keep this for long. All that's going on, put it in a song. Are you on your way? Are you coming soon to me? I'm getting impatient. Oh, look at what you do to me. Our secret's safe, so you're my favorite mistake. That's why we gotta keep it on the low. Gotta hunger sheep, don't need to know what's going on. It won't be on for long. Oh.
So when I do prep for my podcast episode, I purchased this mic from Target, really inexpensive. I'll link it down below. I also purchased these inexpensive headphones. And so yes, that is basically the podcast starter kit. I started on Anchor on Spotify, which is a free platform. So what I usually do, I have my headphones, I have my mic already plugged in, and I have prepped this episode already. Let me get my little stuff to looking cute so y'all can see me. But I have prepped the episode. Oh goodness, I need better standing vlog thing. But I prepped the episode. I usually write it in my I have a podcast notebook. This is where all my podcast notes come in. And so I usually prep what I'm gonna say in the beginning, because I want to make sure that I cover everything and not just freestyle. And then the rest of the podcast, I have like little notes, and I kind of like freestyle it and make sure to look at my notes and what I want to hit. But for the beginning part, it's like written, scripted, and everything. And y'all, I've been getting so much better at this. It used to take me like a really, really long time to get one episode out. But last time, I think it only took like an hour for me to edit and upload and do everything. So we are getting better. Y'all got me some lemon water. Trying to increase my water intake, and lemon water just tastes better than just regular water. So I don't know, my straw kind of melted in the dishwasher, so it's like I need a I don't know, it's just not strong the right way. Oh, and before I forget, since we are talking about podcasts, y'all don't forget to go check out the podcast. Definitely subscribe to the podcast channel and rate and review. I've been getting a lot of ratings and reviews and like personal DMs to my Instagram, so if you want to do that as well, that would be great. Y'all, it just keeps me inspired, it keeps me going, it keeps me motivated. So that's always like, you know, a good thing if you would like to go ahead and do that for your girl. So yeah, let's get to this podcast episode. I'm hoping it doesn't take me long, but you just never know. I don't know if I even told y'all what the podcast is about. So let me tell you. Wow. Y'all just got to go listen to the first trailer episode. And I was trying to think if I could put the podcast episodes on YouTube. I do see there's like an option now for podcasts, so that might be an option too. But yeah, y'all go check out what the podcast is about.
Can you find the lies? Do you feel alive? Look in my eyes.
Hey guys, I am back. It is later on in the day. And I did tell y'all that we were gonna do some little chit-chatting. Y'all, I got my wine. Even though I have like the biggest headache, I was like, let me go ahead and pour me some wine. Of course, I need to catch y'all up on some things. Last vlog, we left off me in February. And y'all, it's crazy because I definitely vlogged my trip. So of course I had a blast. Y'all saw it in the last vlog. Like, my first international trip was a success. It was amazing. And if you have not checked it out, y'all definitely go check it out. It was really good. And I think I did a good job editing. So I'm all geared up for my next travel vlog, which is coming up in June, which is a couple of weeks away. I think it's like at least 3 weeks away. After that, y'all, I went on my trip. This was in February, okay? Just explaining life lately. So then I went to my GP, and I got on the scale, y'all, and I just could not believe the amount of weight that I have gained since a year from the last time we met. And at that point, the number became real. I know during Vlogmas, I kind of told y'all about how I was struggling with my weight. And in November, I really tried to crack down on the whole weight situation. And I was just telling y'all I have a lot of weight to lose. Immediately, I started to key in on different features. I started to key on different features, like my face, for one, is one thing that I noticed. When I gain weight, I notice it. It's all in my face. But then when you start getting people making comments, I feel like I'm a pretty confident person, but weight is something that will get me feeling self-conscious. And so there were a lot of comments after February, just commenting on my physical appearance, oh, you gained weight. And I know the people that said it weren't being, malicious. They just were making an observation. And certain questions are you pregnant? Your face looks full. You looks like a pregnancy face. And when I was pregnant, my face is the first indicator that I'm pregnant. My face is super, super swollen looking. And it's just really, really full. And so I was at the time, I was man, no, I'm not pregnant. There's no possible way, first of all. And second of all, I have just gained weight. And then the comments just kept coming. So after I took out my braids, which I feel when you have longer hair, it kind of hides your face, especially the braids I had. Well, of course I had my locks, and I think my weight was really showing after I took out those braids, because it's just your face is boom right there. So in all honesty, y'all, I just did not feel confident enough to pick up the camera. I mean, I went into the gym March. I was going hard. April kind of slacked off. I had a lot of events transpire in April. I told y'all that earlier. I had death in the family. I just had a lot going on in April. April was just not a good month. And then by May, which was a few weeks ago, if you're really looking at it, May, I was okay, there's going to be some changes. I'm going to get this weight off. And so for the month of May, I challenged myself to work out at least 25 days in the month of May. And I really have been pushing myself. And I haven't lost as much weight as I'd like. Me and my doctor, my GP, we discussed, how I was feeling, because I feel I've been in the gym, quite some time. I have definitely tried to change my eating habits. I make sure to be balanced, but I also make sure to, cut down on certain things that I absolutely love. At one point for weeks, I was just doing salads for dinner. I was doing keto tacos. I was doing a lot of changes, and I got on the scale the other day, and it was I lost 4 pounds from the time I saw my general practitioner, which that was back in February, end of February. So I'm only 4 pounds? I forced myself. I was you were gonna pick up this camera because you cannot just hide. And I feel I don't know, it's very hard. And I know people are girl, you have nothing to worry about. But for me, weight has always been an issue for me personally. And I do struggle. It's hard for me to jump in the front of the camera. The last pieces of content I created were back when we were in Mexico. I haven't even done any other content besides that. I don't think. Maybe so, but nothing extreme where it's sticking out. I'm still using content from when we went to Mexico, which was the plan. I wanted to bulk as much content as possible, but what was not in the plan was to just not get in front of the camera because you're self-conscious about your weight. Pretty much kind of why I've been missing off of YouTube. Just be mindful of the comments that you make to people, and the pregnancy comments. Oh my God, just stop them. Just stop asking people if they are pregnant. To me, that is so insensitive. What? As I told y'all, I launched my podcast, and I was super, super excited. The feedback that I've gotten from y'all, thank you so much, because I was very apprehensive about launching it, but now I enjoy actually creating the podcast episodes. But there was one episode that I really kind of dug deep on, and it was called Overcoming Disappointment in the Waiting Seasons of Life, Single, Ready to Mingle. So as you know, I kind of told y'all, like, I'm still on my singleness journey. However, I am open to dating. And so I kind of like started to put myself out there a little bit more and, you know, started to chat with people. And guys, all I'm gonna say, it's not pretty out there so far. So far, I'm like, Lord, what is going on? So I've just kind of been putting myself out there a little bit more. I feel like I've done a lot of internal work. Like I told y'all before, I don't even know if I told y'all, but I've done a lot of internal work within the last year. I am definitely not the person I was a year ago, and I don't want to cry. I've had an emotional day already. But just to think back to where I was about a year ago and now, I'm like, girl, you made so much progress. So maybe you are now ready, you know, now that you've healed. Because one thing I did not want to do is to jump into a relationship unhealed. I just feel like that is counterproductive. Of course, I know lots of people that are in relationships that weren't healed at first, but they became healed with their partner or whatnot. But I just felt like, you know, it's counterproductive. I want the person that I meet to be getting the whole me, the healed me, the me that is better. So that's what I basically have been working on this whole time. You know, just kind of like putting the dating to the back burner. And so finally, you know, it was like, okay, well, maybe I am open to dating. And when I'm dating, I'm not dating just to play around. Like, I'm dating to find my person. And so, guys, let me just say this. It's hard for me to, like, date around because I am at heart a monogamous person. Somebody asked me what was my personality flaw and what was the best thing about my personality. And so I was like, I asked my cousin, I was like, what do you think my personality flaw is? And she was like, you are loyal to a fault. It's a gift and a curse. And I was like, you know what, you're right. Because sometimes I'm loyal to situations that I have no business being loyal to. And so for me, being like I'm a monogamous person, dating and talking to multiple guys is just kind of hard for me. But this time I just kind of like want to do it right. I don't want to just jump into the first thing walking and being like, okay, me and you about to do this type thing. You know, I seriously want to date around, and I seriously want to be able to kind of choose, if that makes sense. I know a lot of people suggest when you're dating, don't just date that one person until you really like, okay, well, I want to be exclusive with you. Dating is just that. You can date around. I'm not saying sleep around, but you can date around. And so, y'all, that's what I was like, okay, let's get this popping, because I've never been like that type. Like, well, I'll date you and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to be in a relationship with you. And so, boom, we in a relationship. But this time I was kind of like, okay, let's try to do it different. So first, y'all, I was trying to juggle too many at one time. So I had to take a little step back. I'm like, girl, you only can handle a few at a time, like a very few at a time. And so, guys, that in itself has been like an experience, okay, experience. And surprisingly, y'all, I have gotten like a little bit more outspoken, because I'm going to be honest with y'all, prior to me being this person, like I said, a year ago, I was not this person. I am so much more vocal, okay? Like, I will tell you what is getting on my nerves. Back in the day, sweep that under the rug, and then, you know, maybe after the third time you've done something to me, I'm just like going off on you. But y'all, I just like when certain things, I'm just like, I ain't tolerating that. Goodbye, you know? So I have grown in that aspect, and that's also a good thing. But the other thing is, the scary thing is some of these guys, the audacity. I just be like, what? And I mean, I could get into a whole story time. There was one guy that just like lied about his whole age. And like, as I was talking to him, I'm like, the story is not adding up, sir. You are telling me your child is 27. I'm like, maybe he was getting it popping at 13. My God. So, y'all, when I say I've been meeting some characters, I've been meeting some characters. But, you know, there's also some people that I am interested in and like getting to know a little bit better. But yeah, it's a lot. And so what I did notice, like once I opened that dating world, it takes a lot. And so I kind of like stepped back and was like, am I really ready for this? So that is what else your girl has been doing. We haven't found our Mr. Right yet, but we're still looking. We're still looking. So yes, y'all, that is what's been going on with me. You know, that's like the things, the top things I kind of like wanted to let y'all in on, is that I have been hiding from the camera because of my self-consciousness of my weight. And your girl has been putting herself out there a little bit more, dating a little bit more. So as I think about that, I'm like, them two things just don't go, they don't go together. But that is what has been happening lately. And I must say, like, as far as my social life, it's been socialing, y'all. But I am definitely glad I picked up this camera, and I'm glad I forced myself and got out of my own way, because one thing about it is, as far as your body, you know, you have to be comfortable with your transformation. And I have been in the gym, and y'all, I'm seeing the subtle transformations. It's not exactly where I want to be. And like, I need to understand that it's not going to happen overnight. I feel like by the end of the year, I should be where I want to be. And yes, it's going to take some time. It's going to take dedication. You know, transformations takes time. So I'm ready for that. And I'm being more open with my dating life. So yeah, that's what's been going on, y'all. So comment down below any questions y'all have for me. Anything y'all want to discuss, any topics. Don't forget to listen to the podcast, y'all. I've been doing my thing over there. I'm gonna figure out how to put the podcast episodes on YouTube one day. Don't quote me on it right now, but as soon as school ends, I will definitely be doing that. So yes, y'all, that is it for the video. Please give it a thumbs up, share with somebody that you think would love the content, and what else? Oh, subscribe if you have not already, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye.